going on this evening, everybody? Just finished feeding some cows. Sorry for the dizziness. I put these cows, 2 cows and the bull in this lot here to keep the bull away from the rest of the herd, because I'm changing things up this year. I'm going to a late spring calving season next year for 2019. So they'll be calving in 1st of May and hopefully be done by end of June. So that's the game plan for this. And this cow here has got to go to the market. She's got a calf on her. She's getting pretty old and her calf isn't doing too well. I mean, he's doing better now because I had to give him a little pep talk. Gave him a little steroid to get him giddy. And this cow down here, some of you remember, this one here, she aborted her calf back in, I think, 1st November. So she's got to go because she's a little agey as well. And the bull's got to go because I don't have any place for him, and so he's got to go to the market or to a individual, whoever wants him. And the reason that I am changing up the herd is I would eventually like to get to fall calves. And I can't do that right off the bat for the reason is because I will lose a year of calf sales. And that's just something that I can't afford right now. So it's just going to take a couple years to get all the cows starting to calve in August. And I think having them calving later is more beneficial to me in my operation. So, gracious, just about fell. So, what I have come up with is by having them calve in May for next year, it gets me out of this, all this mud, and well, maybe not so much the mud, but rolling all the hay. Let me go back over here to the tractor. With having them calve after feeding season, I don't have to roll out my hay. I can just set it out in bale feeders or set it out all by itself. So that in turn will save me money, because when you roll hay out in the mud, like I've done this year, you're losing 40%. So that's 4 rolls for every 10 rolls, 40 for every 100. So at $20 a roll, you know, every 100 rolls will save me 800 bucks or 40 rolls of hay, however you want to put it. So I think doing it that way will save me money on that. I think the cows will do better, and I'll be less apt to losing calves in the mud or them being born in these kind of conditions, because by 1st of May, the cows are turned out and they can go calve in a drier place. The only downfall to having them do that in May and June is I can't keep them confined. So a place like this where it's 600 acres, you know, there's a lot of places they can go to and hide, and you know, I could lose some calves to tough births, you know, if foot gets turned backward or one comes backwards or anything like that. So there's some drawbacks on that, but who's to say that you wouldn't lose them even locked up like that? Because the way my luck runs, they would try to calve when I'm not here, and when I'd find them, they would be dead. That's the way my luck runs. So my game plan for this year with doing them in May is they should be done by 1st of July calving, and that'll give me July, August, September, October, November, December, 6 months on the cows, and around Christmas is when I would wean all the calves off, and they would be put on silage. And which they would be getting silage when feeding time started anyways. But at 6 months old, I would wean all the calves because I can separate them from the cows and feed them separately. And I think it'd just be more beneficial to me because the calves would grow better because they'd be on silage, and they would have plenty of size on them that the mud really wouldn't affect them with them laying down or getting trampled on or anything like that. So that's my game plan for 2019 calving season. And for the 2020 calving season is I would take the bull out and I'd have them calve 3 months later. So that would put them June, July, August, September, starting in August. So the year of 2020 calving season, they will start calving in August and should be done by the 1st of October. And I would keep the calves on their mommies up to sale time, really, because see, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. Yeah, they'd be, some of them, they'd be between 8 and 9 months old. So they would be getting a double whammy with silage and the mommy's milk. So I think that's what I want to eventually get to. So I'm just going to have to slow walk to get to that point because I just can't do that right now because I lose a year of calves. So I figure if I break it up into a couple years that I'll eventually get to that, because the cows I got now, 90% of them are young. So it's not like I'll get them just to that and then have to sell them. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I've had people tell me that June calves don't do well. I've never had that experience. I've had several calves come in June and they always do just as good as the rest of them. But if anybody out there has had that similar experience with bad calves in June, let me know. And if anybody has any suggestions, comments, ideas, you know, don't do it, do it this way, do it that way, however, I'm open for ideas. So anyways, thanks for watching. Comment if you like, subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, and as always, later.